All right, friends, it's Team Mun, and we're back again with a brand new video. A new video on our good friend here, you know who, man. Mike O'Hearn. Do I even need to give the introduction? It's kind of obvious, and the picture itself says it all. He's with Billy Gunn here. So I'm gonna do a reaction video to this gym, lifting, recruiting, fitness, gear slave, possibly gear slave, because he never admits to it, but you know. Cosmetic slave. Okay, let's put it this way. Cosmetic slave. He does do cosmetic work, so cosmetic slave. Mike O'Hearn. Mike O'Hearn says, Mike O'Hearn and Billy Gunn arm workout.
Back in our day, before electricity, we would go off season for a year or 2 years.
Oh, not me.
Back in the day before electricity, he makes himself sound like he's so old, man. Mike thinks he's so old. Oh, I'm in my 50s, so I must be really old. I must be ancient, bro. You haven't even lived like you've only lived like a quarter of what you could possibly live. You don't even know, man. Human beings can live to 200, maybe even beyond. It depends. We don't even know because the lifestyle that we live is so unnatural, man. We're so abused. We're so domesticated. Man, you're taking shots, poisonous plant shots when you, why are you taking these shots? Because the food that you're eating to suppress the diseases that would pop out from the poisonous food that you keep eating poison. So if you're eating poison your entire life, poisoning yourself, what did you expect? Of course you're going to live a very short life and look deteriorated when you die. The only animal that looks like a mummy when they die, like the life is sucked out of them, is called who? Human beings, because I've never seen an animal look like a human being when they die. They look aged, like what we call aged. I don't know. Look deteriorated.
You didn't.
No.
How long?
But the objective wasn't. The objective is different.
Wait, the objective. I think I know what the secret is. Mike O'Hearn's secret to looking so clean, pristine, and young and built. It's Jello, man. It's the collagen. Jello collagen, man. Jello. He eats Jello. The secret's out, bro. Come on, man. The secret's out, broski.
Right?
Go.
From TV perspective to bodybuilder perspective.
I had gladiators. You had WWE.
Okay,
We had
I
gladiators.
Billy Gunn's not gonna like that. I saw this, a part of this already. He didn't like that. Yeah, we had gladiators, man. Mike's a joke, man. Running through glass and working on gladiators. He was even lucky to get that job.
I had
you
contests.
were a 13-week deal. I was a whole year deal.
Right.
Yeah. So you have and I'm not saying it's easy, so don't take this fucking literally.
Oh, no. I know mine was tougher
So
than
you
yours.
have a little bit more time off season than we do, because we're we're January to January every
Yes.
year.
Yes. Yes.
So to accomplish what you're talking about, it takes too long. It takes too long in a cosmetic industry
Yes.
to put on that kind of, to go that far off the rails. You know what I mean? So you can go off season a little bit, but you just can't go off season, like get it and then shred it up, because it's just look way too different on TV. You know what I mean? And when it's that, because our industry used to be, and not really anymore, is very cosmetic.
Yes.
It's very, I want to see people that I don't
Yes, very cosmetic.
see normally. I want to see stories that I don't get to be involved in. So being able to go off that long is super hard.
So technically, you're saying they can't do it.
No. I'm not saying you can't.
No, not me. I'm saying the kids.
They can.
They can.
But they just
Because it's a new age.
They
Okay.
they can't go full tilt.
Let me explain this to them.
Okay, you explain it.
Gladiators.
I'll fucking work out.
When he was WWE and I was Gladiators, I had 8 weeks of filming for the show, 8 to the most. And so I had this off season, which was great. And then I would utilize that off season and do my powerlifting. And then I would always prep for Mr. Universe right before Gladiators. And that way, boom, I got my powerlifting, I got my strength, I get my cut up, I do my bodybuilding show, and then I go into the TV show. And in no world was that available to him because he was, and mostly then, they worked.
Why does Billy Gunn look so aged compared to Mike O'Hearn? Ask yourself this question. Look at Mike O'Hearn, look at Billy Gunn. Mike O'Hearn, if you're asking me, and this is based on opinion, dude, maybe some facts, but Mike O'Hearn must be taking HCG. He must know about it. It is a youth drug. If I know about it, he must know about it. I've known this since, like, we're talking early 90s, bro. I'm talking about late 80s, early 90s. I've known and heard about HCG being a youth drug because it's a growth hormone. It's a youth drug. It's a hormone that's used to create a child. That's why you see when children come out, they look very, it's high collagen. They look fresh. They look, pristine. So I'm thinking lots of HCG here. Lots of HCG, man.
WWE would have him on plane,
Yeah, you're
traveling
talking
nonstop.
300 days out of the year.
Yeah.
Right, so it makes it.
If Billy Gunn took HCG, do you think he would look youthful, look more tight, look better? Yeah. I think if he invested, it's quite expensive these days, HCG. But if he invested in taking HCG, he would look so much better. He'd look so much more youthful, man. Trust me. He'd look better. He looks like an exhausted old man, even if he is on TRT. But TRT is synthetic. HCG is human. It is not synthetic. So it has no side effects. It doesn't disrupt your endocrine system. If anything, it makes you better than what you are, a better version of you. Does it increase your strength? Yes. High doses can increase strength through the roof. Does it increase the androgen receptor for more force production? Yes. So the more you inject HCG, it can create these androgen receptors where the hormone have somewhere to bind. That's one of the things I know it does. It opens all receptors in your body. They all open. That's why it ramps up collagen production. So these receptors, what it does, HCG, it opens the receptors and you're all over the place. Your bone everywhere. And it pretty much kind of renews you. It makes you better. It makes you younger. Yeah, I mean, look at Mike and look at him. See the difference? Big difference there. And like I said, I don't think it's the Jello that he's eating that he makes at home. I don't think it's the Jello, the collagen Jello or whatever.
Okay, so that's you and me. That's you and me.
Yes.
What do the kids do today? Give me
I
that
don't
weight.
know. They don't do it at all because it's to them the
And also we're talking to
yes
the whole bunch of people right now that are not on TV. So let's talk.
All right, I don't want to hear all this stuff, man. Let's see, is he gonna lift?
But that doesn't mean you have to stay there. You can go. You can get.
Okay, so he's doing full range concentration curls. I don't see the purpose behind this. What is the purpose? To just do it just because? You know, he says he's doing arm training here, but it looks useless. Mike is looking kind of small, doesn't he? He looks kind of small these days. Look at his arms. They look small.
That full, put on some muscle, and then shred it all back out and look amazing and look twice as good as.
Yeah, I'm gonna lose all those contractile proteins that I put on, and then I'm gonna try to put it back on again. You know how hard it is to build fucking contractile proteins, especially when you're an older person? Give me a break, man. You know what I mean? This is ridiculous. And that training is subpar at anything. Mike's training is subpar for building muscle. I'm not joking, man. It's ridiculous training. You're not building anything there. You can pretend and fake it. Pretend, fake, this, that. But it ain't real.
The season
Did before. Like, and you just keep evolving, right? You just keep going. So I can look better next year than I look this year? Yes. I can look better than that the next year? Yes. Yeah, you can. You just have to have the mindset to do it. to understand, yeah, I'm not going to be shredded. I'm not going to be 2% body fat. I might get to 10, 12, 15. But it doesn't, but the problem is they think when they get there, they're going to stay there. What if it doesn't come off? What if I can't do it?
Right. So that's all this. You know what I mean? That's how we do this. Mother.
While they're grabbing weights, what are you setting up? What are you doing?
So concentration was the start.
I think it's right there.
Pretty much a warm up. Now we're doing alternating dumbbell curls.
40.
You see, he's got a receding hairline there on the sides. I think he had a suture job done for sure. He was losing his hair. You notice how his hair doesn't match, the coloring doesn't match on his hair because he uses it, and his face. Look at his face. Look at his hair. The coloring doesn't match because he paints his hair. He colors his hair before he leaves in the morning. I mean, they sell these products. You just spray it on, whatever. You know what I mean? You paint your hair, whatever, shoe polish or some shit. In the past, they used to use shoe polish. Men used to use shoe polish. But now they got products. There have been products around for a long time. So Mike O'Hearn, he admitted to it. He colors his hair. He's got gray hair.
A little bit of an incline. We'll find where it feels nice.
What made you want to do this? Do you want to feel the individuals?
Yeah, I think we did the singles to start, and I'm watching Billy. I'm trying to take into consideration on trying to get the most out of him.
Give him the most effective
Arm workout, yeah. Because his left arm's a little weak, if you noticed.
I think if everybody had access to HCG, everybody would be taking it. It's a youth drug. You look nice and young and fresh, especially when you're old. Yeah, man. The production of collagen is very important because it's the glue that holds you together. That's why as you get older, they say as you get older, you're losing collagen. I don't believe that. I think the collagen, what happened is not that you're losing collagen, it's you're continuing in your behavior, and that's what's making it go down. You keep eating these foods that destroy your collagen production in your body. Once you cut that out and you start eating foods that are high in collagen, you can put it back, because that's what I've been doing now for the last 2 years. I've been focused on the...
Ever been stuck without Wi-Fi while you're out somewhere?
Arm's a little weak, if you noticed.
No.
His left arm is a little weak.
Who?
What?
Me? It is because it's not.
A little something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It feels shut off.
That's why
Why is he lifting in full range of motion to begin with?
we're doing this. We'll stay with 2 arms until that's woken up. That's a good point. I got you.
I gotcha.
So like you said, it's the left arm's a little shut off right now, so we're gonna wake it up. And I don't want to wake it up with doubles. I'd rather wake it up by itself. Let's discover the problem, why it is, instead of just trying to make it through the workout.
What did you want me to do? The 35s again?
Yeah, just because you're wimpy, I don't want you to hurt yourself.
See? Why?
Why you respond?
No, because
Why do you
I
let
thought
me
it
get
was,
to you?
well, one, because I thought you were doing some kind of coaching here, but I should have known better because you're the shittiest coach of all time.
I'm trying to help.
He is the shittiest coach of all time. Billy Gunn is right. Mike O'Hearn is the shittiest coach of all time. He doesn't even know what builds muscles. He doesn't understand the modality of how this power is being increased, even in full range of motion. You have to understand how full range of motion works. See what I mean? And how they match up the lifting of 80 or 90% lifting in a full range of motion. How does that match up when it comes to what they call force production or power gains? Which one would have more power lifting in the full range of motion at 80 or 90%? Well, it would be the concentric. It would beat out the eccentric. Why? Because you're lifting at 80% of your whatever max, or 90, maybe 90, 80% of your max in a full range of motion. Therefore, the concentric would have more force output than eccentric. You understand me? Because you've matched the weight. But now in the eccentric, will beat concentric and full range of motion because it is free of the concentric. Thus, you could go heavier eccentrically over 140%, getting more muscle gains and getting more strength. See the difference? So there you go. But in a full range of motion, the eccentric will always be inferior to concentric because it is constrained to the concentric lift. You understand me? And even when it comes to the gains in a full range of motion, concentric will always beat out the eccentric in a full range of motion to try to eke out some gains because the eccentric is what causes damage. But it will always be inferior when it comes to hypertrophy because it's constrained to the concentric. You understand me? But once not constrained to concentric lifting or full range of motion, guess what? Eccentric is free to lift as heavy as it wants to go, and it can get as many micro tears as possible moving in real time. See the difference, dude? But Mike doesn't know these things.
Help you.
No, you're not helping
I'm protecting
me.
you.
You said, hey, why don't you do the 35s because say so we can get a little bit more activation in your bicep? No, you didn't have to say that. You had to go because you're wimpy. Okay, that's not going to happen. So I'll
okay,
just go
go down
back
and
and
wait.
doing what I was doing.
I'm protecting you from you.
Ever. Yeah.
What are those other
Billy Gunn eats artificial food, creating artificial muscles. When you eat artificial food, which isn't protein, okay, which isn't animal products, you gain a lot of weight. That weight is artificial. It's fake. These people don't even understand that, man. They really can't fathom that in their head. You may look big and everything and bulky, but it isn't because you ate a bunch of protein. You understand me? It's because you ate a bunch of artificial food and you put on some artificial weight.
I brought those 70s over because I'm
Yeah,
going to go
well,
up
good
in
for
weight.
you.
Look at Mike. He looks small compared to Billy Gunn. He looks flat. Look at Mike, how flat he looks. He obviously had to go off cycle or something. I mean, at least the ACG is maintaining him, but he's definitely off. He's off cycle, dude. Because Mike looks really small here. I mean, really small, dude. Like, look at him.
Good for you.
No, go down and wait,
Hey,
man.
this is your job.
It's okay, go down. You don't have to achieve anymore. You've accomplished everything,
I'm not
Billy.
achieving anything.
You can just go down and wait.
I'm not achieving.
Why would you go down in weight? See, in eccentric exercise, when you're focused on eccentric lifting, you never go down in weight. You go heavier. You keep going heavier. You go as heavy as you fucking can. That's the whole point. You're not constrained. You're not constrained by the concentric. So you can go as goddamn heavy as you want to go, man. See that? So this is just frivolous lifting. Billy Gunn is eating artificial pasta, which Mona's feeding him pasta and sludge, the slave food diet to put on weight. And then he's lifting these tiny weights in full range of motion. Give me a break. Yeah, I built a muscle. Okay.
Anything. I was going to listen to you, but I should have known better. Like, why listen to you?
Yeah.
You shouldn't listen to Mike. You should listen to real experts, like real professionals, real intelligent people. And Mike, he faked it. He's faking it. You're never going to learn anything, Billy. You're never going to learn anything here from Mike.
See, you know you own them when they rebuttal like that.
Can you imagine Mike O'Hearn, 55, 56 years? 56 years, and he has yet to fucking know what bodybuilding is, how muscles are built. Christ. Other than showing off that he can inject something and lift a heavy weight for 1 or 2 or 3 reps. Give me a break, man.
You don't own
that.
I own you.
You don't own anything.
Dude, I got some dishes for you to do when we get home. Come on.
Billy, why are you doing full range of motion? Look at you. You're like you're exhausted, man. Come on, man. This is ridiculous.
Get this shit. Get this side. Yes. There you go.
Look at him, man. Look at him. He doesn't look happy. People are not happy in gyms lifting concentrically, whether it's a full range of motion or just partial concentrics. They are not happy, bro, in gyms. Believe me. And they are equally unhappy because they're not making gains at all. They're gonna get better at lifting there because it'll adapt that way. But there ain't no gains, bro. And that's their major goal. Everybody who went to the gym, the number one goal was to make muscle gains. But they don't understand that muscles don't build lifting against gravity. They build going with gravity. That's what they do not understand.
2, there you go. That's better. 3.
It looks good lifting heavy going against gravity. It looks good. It looks good on video. But it'll never build you a muscle, bro. Get it? And everything, if anything, it shrinks your muscles because that's how it adapts, by shrinking so it can make more force production.
There you go. 4. Switch it again. 2. 3. One more.
My God, this is such inferior lifting, such inferior training.
4. Switch it. Same thing. Don't fuck it. 1.
Yeah, okay, switch it. But go here, go switch it. Now let's go eat some slave food diet and pretend that we built muscles. Mona has some pasta waiting for us again, Billy.
Get this shit. 2. 3. 4. There you go.
Attaboy, Billy. See, look at Mike laughing. He's so narcissistic.
Piss them off a little bit and they do better.
What?
Sorry, sweetheart.
Oh, God.
I got you.
Oh, God.
Again, last one.
Again.
4.
Come on, Billy.
Sit on the left side. Sit on it.
Sit on it.
Set the body, set the body, set the body. 1.
Poor Billy Gunn, man. My God, what a waste of time. Here, you know what? Here's the funny part. Let's see Mona. Let's see them getting fed. I think it was this one, was it? I think it was this one, the meal. Yeah, this is the one. Yeah, this is the one. Hold on. Here he is. This is Mona feeding him.
Thank you.
Yeah.
There's Billy Gunn making his gains, his artificial fake gains after he actually made no adaptations and muscular gains in the gym. He's gonna make some fake muscular gains here in weight. See? And of course the TRT that also helps creating these fake gains.
So what happened was, Billy was on the way home.
Yeah, Billy.
It's hot.
See, here's Billy eating his sludge.
Well, it's like, just put it in there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Attaboy there, Billy. Eat that sludge. See that? Look at this. Here he is. She's making it for him. There it goes.
Oh my God. Billy, just in case.
Look at Billy. He's even lucky that Mona put a little bit of ground beef on top of it for him, just to make him a little bit happy, because they're like, well, we don't want to give you that much sludge, right? Look at poor Billy. Eating that slave food diet, man. Look how happy he looks. I'm eating my slave food diet, dude. All right. Even Mike is eating his sludge too to create his fake muscles. Whatever, man. These people are hilarious. I don't know what else to say there, friends. I'll see you in the next video. Tell me what you think about that. Like, subscribe, support the channel. This is funny shit, bro.